Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Glow Out and About. You're not going to believe how this episode came about. I happened to be driving along, minding my own business, when what did I happen upon? An amazing schoolie, bright yellow. And then I saw this young woman standing next to it, and I had to find out if this was her schoolie, and sure enough, it is. But that's not all. You're not going to believe this. Guess what her name is? Carol. Can you believe that? So this Carol is going to be interviewing another Carol and finding out all about her schoolie and her adventures. So here we are right now. Here's Carol. Now, Carol, how long have you been in your schoolie?
I've been living in my schoolie since April of this year.
And what made you decide to go into a schoolie?
I went into schoolie mostly because of finances. The rents in Salt Lake City are almost as bad as anywhere in California, and I literally couldn't afford to keep paying it. They were going to raise my rent again. I couldn't afford to pay it. I'm in my 70s. I don't have that kind of money. My friend said, your choices are, because I have a million contacts, because I'm the best handyman in Salt Lake City, I'll find you a camper, a schoolie, or a van. Any of those we can make livable. I said, I'm with you, do it. 2 weeks went by, he said, Carol, I found a school bus, and we don't even have to do a whole lot of things to it because the guy that owns it has already done all the work inside and all the conversion, and he wants to meet you. And so we met, we hit it off, we talked some more. He wanted X amount of dollars. I said, I don't quite have that much. He said, okay, let's negotiate. Okay. He had been living in it, surfing in California, but now he and I are in Salt Lake City. I don't know why he moved back there.
So now you told me while we were chatting, you said that you have lived, this is not the first time you've lived as a nomad.
Correct.
You lived as a nomad before. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I think it all started when I was 17, and I threw on a backpack, got my passport, and jumped on a plane and flew across the ocean on a propeller jet, and spent 4 months traveling through 12 countries in Europe. That, believe me, that gets in your blood.
Okay, let's time it. All right, so let's do a walk around the van. Can you tell me, I'm sorry, I'm so used to a van, your schoolie. Does your schoolie have a name? Have you named it yet? No? No, okay.
Well, because everybody calls it Schoolie.
So tell me a little bit about your schoolie. What year is it?
Okay, my schoolie is a 1991 Chevy short bus, so it's 18 foot.
Okay.
You can look in any of these cities. I just passed 2 of them. This is the size bus that all the little daycare and preschools use.
Okay.
I just parked by one of them down at Dollar Store.
Well, show me around the outside and let all our viewers, we have Glow viewers. I see you
I think we should go this way and end up at the back door.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay, this is your typical bus door that opens that way. Okay, this one has really nice side mirrors, which you need. Okay, then we come around front. And the front's pretty basic, except Chris, the owner, did this cute little thing on top.
Oh, I like that, old school.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Cool. I should tell you, the guy that owned this is an artist.
Okay.
So you'll see some hand painting in there.
Okay.
No, he hand painted a wall. He hand painted a table.
Wow.
No, I feel so lucky. And then when he called me back and he said, Carol, I had 2 ladies that want this, but I'm going to give it to you because I can tell you will love it and you will take care of her. And I want somebody to have this that will love her.
Okay.
I said, I promise.
Now, do you have a water fill or anything like that?
A water what?
A water fill where you put water in, or do you have water tanks on here at all? No.
No. And
Okay.
trust me, they're just a bunch of maintenance.
Okay.
There's no reason to have them, and I'll show you why.
Now, what about for electrical? Do you have solar panels on top?
I have solar panels on top.
And how much solar do you have?
I only have 100, but I'm learning it's not enough.
It's not enough.
You need 200 minimum.
And what kind of batteries do you have? Just connected to your solar?
Just I think it's a deep cycle marine battery.
Okay, all right.
That's my house, yeah, my house battery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see all of your beautiful tie-dye window coverings.
Yes.
Now, did you do those?
No, I didn't have to do those either.
Those were already in
Well,
there?
either Chris, the owner, or his wife made those.
Now, how old was Chris, out of curiosity?
Chris is probably in his early 40s,
Okay, all right.
late 30s, early 40s.
Well, why don't
He
we...
lives in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And then if you want to hang a planter or a bird feeder, which I've done, you can do that. You can add a little security light from Amazon for like $12. Okay, this is my Coleman stove.
Now, is this where you do most of your cooking?
Yep. This is where I
Okay.
do all of my cooking because I haven't, are you using what were we using?
I have a butane stove, a
Okay.
little single burner, but
Okay.
I have a double burner at home.
Well, I might get one, but I really like this because I actually use it for heat.
Okay.
You can, if you set a timer, which I have, if you set a timer for 10 minutes, you can heat your bus up to like 12 or 14 degrees higher,
Okay.
and it won't kill you. Everybody will tell you don't do it. Y'all need to connect with Bob Wells,
Yeah, I know.
You know who
both.
he is.
Yeah, yeah.
and he, on his videos, he goes, I can't tell you this, but he said, I've been doing this for 15 years, and if you crack your window and get your oxygen, set your timer, you'll be fine. And he's
Okay.
right.
So
But
why-
I use a, yeah, but what the beauty of it, if you get a 2-burner, I have one going to kind of warm things up, and then I'm over here cooking a lot of
Okay.
one-pot meals.
Okay, now why don't you go on in and tell us what's what? So I see you have a fridge. What kind of fridge is this?
Okay, this is a kind of a little bit of a newer brand. It's called Alpicol, A-L.
Oh, okay, yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, P-I-C-O-L. These are fabulous. Okay, why would you spend $1,000 when you can get this one with the freezer? You know, you have to be careful when you order it. I ordered it off Amazon. I mean, come on, they bring it to your house.
So is it a freezer and a
Yes,
refrigerator?
this is a freezer.
Both at the same time or only one at a time?
No, that's the beauty of it. That's why you got to read the fine print. Some say either or. This one is both simultaneously.
Oh, great. Wow.
Yes.
Now, do you mind if I ask how much this costs?
Yes, I was getting to that. Why would you spend $1,000 when you can get this one and have your ice cream? $3.99 on Amazon. They marked it down, don't ask me why, to $3.69, and then they gave me a $20 coupon.
So I'm looking in here, and it looks like you have your bed is over here, and this is stationary, so it doesn't move.
This is a built-in bed, and the reason you do that, so that you can have all this whole underneath is all storage for your, so you can have winter clothes, summer clothes, whatever you want to do.
Okay, and then I see that you have this beautiful table here. It looks like this was done by the original owner.
Yes, because the original owner was an artist.
Okay. And then I see here you have a sink. You want to explain your sink?
This is just a regular sink that you set. You just set it in there, just if you're building a house. And this is, he made this gorgeous countertop to go around it. All you have to do is drop your sink in, caulk it really good, and put your little drain hose there, and then it drains right into your little 5-gallon bucket.
Okay. And then I see, what is this over here? Is this is that a separate, another bed?
No, this is another thing Chris, the owner, did. He took out, he had to gut this whole thing. He started from scratch, and he took out all the bus seats, but he saved one and then put it back in vertical so that you have a little love seat.
Oh, that's very cool.
Very smart.
Now I'm seeing up there another painting up there. Is that one that
This
Chris
is
did?
all, yes. He cut out some, I think it's just plywood, and then he hand painted this whole ocean scene because
Okay.
he loves the ocean and he loves to surf.
Okay, and then over here I see you have a little desk. Is this your little work desk?
This is my little work desk because I fell in love with this desk when I lived in Salt Lake City. I didn't want to give it up. I had to give away everything I owned. I refused to give this up. We measured it. It fit here perfectly.
Okay.
I even have I even had room for a little little shelf, those little shelves on rollers.
Mhm.
And then you want a table, you just get a little garden.
Now what about clothes storage? I see you have, looks like you have clothes storage up here and you have some hanging clothes storage.
Yes, because this beautiful shelf was already here. I measured it and realized these little fabric boxes cost $1 each.
Wow.
At the dollar store. And I could fit 5 or 6 up here. Once again, you can put little tags on them, like here's your tops, your leggings, your pajamas, your
Then
socks.
I see you have lights up there. Do you want to turn that light on and show that light? Okay, so those are just lights that you stick up there.
But look at how bright you can make it. These
Okay.
no, they're fabulous.
Okay. And then over here, what is this? Is this your back closet back here?
This is my little closet that my friend built for me because there was a toilet here. People think I'm crazy. That's okay, I am. I said, take that toilet out. I can put a whole shelving unit in there and we can hang this little rod because I found this pretty little piece of birchwood. This is real birchwood. And he said, yep, we can hang that little birchwood there. You can have a little closet. You can have your little shelves for all your toiletries and napkins and paper towels. And
Okay.
but then, I mean, there's lots of room up here for your dishes and your cups and your plates. Tons of room up here. You stick a little curtain rod in there so things don't fly out. Works perfectly. That'll cost you $2. And then under here, there's tons of room. So here's my pots and pans, my NutriBullet. You can have a blender. You can have everything you need. Everything.
So Carol, where do you do most of your cooking?
I say most of my cooking is like half and half. When it's nice out, like now, I would do it right here. Fits perfectly. Easy breezy. But you just saw my beautiful table that's hand painted. The Coleman stove fits there perfectly. I can just prop the door open and cook pretty much anything I want.
So what are your plans? What are your future plans? Now, are you, if this is not too personal, are you living on Social Security or retirement, or how do you?
I am predominantly living on Social Security because Bob Wells, in all of his books and videos, says you can do this on $800
How much do you do this on a month?
a month.
Is that your budget?
This is my first month.
Okay.
No, that's not my budget.
Okay.
I get my, but come on, a lot of people get $1,000, $1,200 on
Okay.
Social Security.
Okay.
I get under 900.
Okay.
That's not a lot of money, but I get a very small pension
Okay.
of $250 from a really good job I had in Minneapolis. So if you put those two together, and then you have virtually no expenses. You have food and you have gasoline. That's all.
Okay. So what is your plan? What are your plans after this? Where are you going? Do you just go wherever you get up in the morning and decide that morning, or how do
Well,
you plan long term?
unfortunately, my bus doesn't have insulation.
Okay.
You get something, you give up something. Everything was so perfect. I said, I don't care. I lived in Minnesota for 10 years. I know how to keep warm. I camped for 10 years in the Black Hills. I've lived in a tent and a yurt, and I know how to do all this. So I'm lucky.
Okay.
You just put some layers on and your sweatpants, and you crawl in your warm bed, and you'll be just fine. April of this year, I was pretty close. I met this wonderful family that has this big history in Salt Lake City. They said, Well, with your food background, do you want to run one of the best produce stands in all of Salt Lake City? I said, yes, I do. So I ran their produce stand all summer. She said, can you stay till the end of October? I said, yes, I can. And that way I knew I could stash, figured it out ahead of time. I could stash enough money to have that little emergency savings account. And then it was getting pretty cold the first week in November in Salt Lake City. No, and I was planning to leave anyway. And my friend said, well, as soon as we get the solar panel on, you're free to go.
So you're telling me you've actually been on the road 2 weeks now?
Almost 3.
So you're kind of a newbie this time around, at least in this bus.
Well, in this bus.
Yeah, okay.
Except I've lived out of a backpack and a VW bus.
So I bet you have some great recipes with using vegetables working at that stand.
Fabulous.
Well, we're going to have to get together.
Fabulous.
So I bet all of you are wondering what kind of recipes Carol has that are vegetarian. So I'm going to see if I can prevail on her to maybe at some point in the future.
Lots of tofu, folks. Lots of tofu and tempeh.
Okay. Well,
with lots of veggies and rice.
We're going to say goodbye to Carol, the wonderful Nomad
Carol
that we just met by chance. But you're telling me that you may be going to Quartzsite.
I plan to.
Okay, so hey, if you see Carol in Quartzsite, go by and wave and say hi.
Please.
Tell her you're coming to say hi from Glow. And I think me and Carol are going to hook up again and do some cooking in the future.
I think so.
So thank you so much for watching. This was just, like I said, a happenstance out and about, and came upon a wonderful woman here. And so we'll see you next time. May your journey be filled with joy and blessings. Till next time, Globies. Bye.